What?
Yo, what's going on, party people? This is the alien Gabe. I just want to apologize up front for some of the static you might hear when you're listening to this interview. Pay it no mind. It's only once in a while, but I just wanted to say sorry about that.
So without further ado, let's get into this Voice of the Valley, man. Today, I got a brother on the show. We've been trying to get together for a little while, and finally, it has happened.
Yes,
Welcome, Nzoe, to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, my brother. It's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Isn't it, though?
Oh, man, this weather got us feeling different.
It is, man. It's a little weird. I think the earth is, like, trying to shake us off.
I'm telling you, man, we got to be careful. Don't let it fool you.
No. Be good to the earth, people. Be good to the earth, because I feel like she's a little upset with us of what she's been doing to us lately. Like, let's be a little kinder to the earth, man. If she don't want us here, trust me, we will not be here. All it takes is one little throw up of the Atlantic Ocean over the whole eastern seaboard, and we out of here.
That's it, we done.
Believe that.
Tread lightly.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, go listen to the Busta Rhymes album, and he will tell you.
He was speaking some truth on there. Y'all definitely go listen to that.
Right? Facts.
Yikes.
Big facts. Enzo, man, it's nice to have you on here, brother. We were gonna get together last week. Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween was crazy.
But we didn't. And a little part of that was you had done a showcase locally.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that real quick.
We did a showcase. Actually, it was in Queens. And we pulled up over there. Shout out to the Point Blank team. We pulled up over there. We did a couple of performances. It was pretty good. It was just good to see the different vibe, see what the New York City sounds like. And it was just a nice vibe. Met a couple new artists.
Yeah.
Exchanged some information.
Yeah.
And just got to see the vibe, and it was very positive.
Yeah, that's dope. See, I was under the impression that you were at Apex Studios that night. I didn't realize you were at a different showcase.
No. I was at a different one. That was in Queens.
Got you.
The one at Apex, I definitely want to make sure I make that next one.
Yeah.
Because I like that.
Yeah, shout out to TCP, Cans and all them, B-Mob and all them, Selka, the whole family over there. Cool though, bro. But I'm glad I'm having you here today.
Definitely, it's a blessing.
Let's get into this interview. We're going to talk a lot about you, about what you're doing. We're going to tell people how they can support you and follow you and all that good stuff. So even before we get started, look right into that camera lens, brother, and let them know where they can follow you and what the movement is real quick.
Y'all definitely follow me on all platforms. That's Nzoe. I've got a lot of music streaming everywhere. And follow me on Instagram. That's Nzoe_Hoggafinni, Hoggafinni. So if you could follow me on YouTube as well, that's Get_Money_Fellas Entertainment. Follow me on there. Subscribe, like, comment, and make sure y'all just support everything we're doing. We also on the website. That's www.atgpx.com. That's all the merch. Subscribe today.
See, there it is. That's how you do that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get into this interview, man. Tell them, where were you born and how'd you end up in the Hudson Valley?
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Came up in Brooklyn. Got a lot of my rapping and schooling from Queens. That's Jamaica side of Queens, Liberty Avenue. Migrated up to Middletown maybe about mid-2000s.
Okay.
And with my aunt. And, I just started to live life a little bit. As a youngin', had some children, just living life.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So Brooklyn and came up to Middletown, New York. Love it. Shout out to DJ King James and Remy Hendrix, all those brothers out there.
Shout out to them.
So tell us, man, you alluded to it early because I was telling them where to go follow you and all that, right? Why are you here today? What's up? Why is Nzoe in my studio?
I'm here to promote G.M.F. I'm here to promote Nzoe. I'm here to promote Rebel Genius Productions. I'm just here to promote the whole team and let people know that we just guys that are actively doing music and trying to pursue it. And we got a passion and we got a vision, and it's a brand you should definitely get in tune with and want to know. We have a lot of different type of music, different flows, different sounds. I think we make that sort of gumbo music where you could kind of have something for everyone. It's never one of the same, and it's different every time.
Okay.
So you're definitely going to be pleasantly surprised when you see the Story of Nzoe album coming in December, and you're going to be definitely surprised over the next couple of weeks. We're just dropping single after single after single after single. On Me just dropped featuring Rebel Genius, produced by Young and Icy. And I just dropped For the Love of It, featuring Source God and G Money DMV, produced by Young Icy as well.
There you go, man.
We just moving, man. That's it. Productively being active, trying to make a better sound, better quality music, and get more of a following and get people to tune in.
The dropping of your project in December was going to play very nicely with the release of this interview.
Ooh.
So that lined up perfectly.
Oh, yes.
So tell me a little bit, man. I seen the apparel.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that is One Deep. And shout out to One Deep. But the T-shirt under there is also Get Money Fellas. So he came layered up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Y'all, I know. If y'all see me, all y'all see is G.M.F. wear, clothing.
I see the hat. You
got
everything
the
right
hats.
now.
We got the... What else we got? We got the
mask. Oh, see, there you go.
Y'all holla at me for the G.M.F. face mask.
Yeah.
We got them all. It's my name and everything, and the way a boss moves and how I treat the people around me, it just all makes sense.
Gotcha.
And when they said Enzo, it just came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
Said, yo, Enzo. I used to be called Fatal, but I changed it up. Everybody know me as E.
Okay.
Oh, can't let those shades drop.
Nah.
Sorry
Good thing they left on a carpet. Ooh. They good still. They good money.
But you know, Enzo, it just came in a dream.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay. And we ran with the Hoggafinni. That's a new name I adopted.
I seen that.
I'm on everything. when you see all them songs coming out, you're gonna see me on everything. So it's gonna make sense. Yeah. Hoggafinni. Yeah. That project's coming too soon. We just lining them up, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, I'm glad to have you on the show, like I said. And okay, so that's where the name comes from. Because I was wondering, you know. So tell me a little bit about you then. You know, when did you realize, you know, what your passion was for all this stuff, doing this music thing?
Always had a passion since I was young, you know. Used to battle rap, you know, in Queens. Used to run around with $500,000, R.I.P. $500,000. Yeah. He showed me a lot, you know. Yeah. R.I.P. Stack Bundles. I used to rap around some real spitters who showed me how to maneuver, how to deliver, how to have the right cadence, how to have the right performance to make sure that knowing that when too much is too much and when enough is enough. Yeah. So my schooling came from a lot of people who mastered their craft and mastered their pocket before they tried to move on and do other things. So when me and my project and my music and the way I interpret and hear music, it makes me automatically hone in on the things that I was brought to and the things that made me and shaped me and made me understand music. Sure. So now when I make music, it comes a lot easier. A lot of the hooks, they call me Hook King because the hooks be coming a lot easier than most. Okay. And you know, that's just to my detail. Yeah. And how I hear things and my perception on music.
Got you. So when would you say, like, because you said early on you was battle rapping and all that.
14, 15.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But in order to even get to that point, what made you even want to write raps down? Like, how did that happen?
What made me write raps? I would say listen to like the early Queen stuff, like the Mobb Deep, the Nas, the storytelling, just hearing it. Even some of the No Limit stuff early on, like a lot of the early Death Row stuff, like a lot of that stuff. Just hearing the music differently from different areas and being like, damn. What if it was one person that could make all that type of music from one area and be one person? Right. That'd be crazy, right? So, like, when I try to think about it like that, it started young, listening to all those labels and these groups of people just coming together.
And appreciate it. Being able to appreciate it.
A whole project. That's why you see a lot of G.M.F. stuff. We make a whole project. We try to give people bodies of work because it stays a lot longer. Sure. And it lasts a lot longer and it stays with people. Has more weight to it, I feel.
Absolutely. No, that's dope. I like it, man. So, since the days of battle rapping, that's near and dear to my heart. Believe me when I tell you it's near and dear to my heart.
Ball for ball with anybody.
You know what I mean?
Anybody. Ball for ball with anybody. That's me. We get busy on this. Tell them, Rebel. Tell them, Rebel.
There you go.
I'm like, yo, tell them, Rebel Genius. We get busy like... Oh, man.
That's near and dear to me, trust me. So with that said, though, I know personally that what it takes to put into a battle rap is only a little portion of what it takes to put together like a song and really start doing things. So how long would you say, and when did that start for you, where you started wanting to construct songs and projects and things of that nature?
Well, like when we were like young... Me and my brother's always been good at making beats. So he used to be the beat maker. So he used to come around with the beats. And it was naturally him knowing that things needed more than just a rap on it. So that started young, right? So I'm talking 14, 15, my brother's like playing with the sounds, we're rapping like, oh, yo, all right, you can have 4 people on the song, but it has to have a chorus, or it has to have a bridge, or it has to have something that will tie it into some type of meaning. So now when I'm making the music, everything is structured around, this has to be a song. All right, what's the meaning behind this? Okay, we're gonna call it this. And when we make our records now, everybody can kind of see it. While they're hearing the music, you can see it. It's like, all right, damn. I could already see the visual for it. Like I could see the scene. I could see oh man, when you said that, I could almost see it happening in my mind. So our music is very visual, so it allows me to create. When I hear the beat, it kind of puts me in that state of mind where I'm like, all right. It draws back to situations. It draws back to experiences. It draws back to the life, the stories, the things that I've been a part of, and the things that I know I haven't heard, or things of variations of things that I know I haven't heard. So I try to keep it more about me and what my story is. And that alone allows me to create these hooks, create these cadences, keep knocking out these verses the way I do.
Right. No, that's dope, man. And then, in doing that, right, because, like, creating the music, all right, fine, now we're creating songs, right? Now we could put a collective of songs together. We're going to call it a project, right?
That's the hard part,
right?
The project part. Because people think that you could just do 10 songs, and those 10 songs are supposed to be 10 songs on a project.
Talk about it.
It doesn't. It's about structure. Like, what we do, we got a lot of quality control. Me, Rebel, the whole G.M.F, we just make sure our quality control is the first thing. So if it doesn't sound right, people have gotten taken off of verses. Every verse don't make it. Choruses have gotten changed. Hey, listen, it's just a quality thing. We're just making sure we get the best product. We're trying to get the best possible product. The mix has got to be top notch. Even if we got to send it out to somebody else. It don't always got to be done by us. We just making sure we getting the best possible product. So when it comes to that sort of, if this is a song or if this is a rap, we kind of make sure we emphasize on, if we're doing this, we're going to do this for real. We're not playing around. So let's make this something that makes sense.
Right.
If this got you got something? Let's see how that sounds. Maybe that's more like it. We're going to go with this.
Right.
So it's easy for us because our quality control is the first and foremost. So when it comes to putting these projects together, it's like, all right, maybe these 5 songs go together, but those 5 songs may go for something else. We got to split this up somehow.
Right. Put on solo projects or something.
That's why we drop the way we drop now, because we're not just single chasing for one, and 2, we know that certain vibes, like when we did the story of Nzoe, Rebel Genius tailor-made 12 to 14 beats specifically for that mindset and that mode that we were in. So when you hear it, you're like, damn, it makes sense because they put the detail accordingly to that sort of vibe and that sort of stream of thought. So it kind of like changes the perception of how people think we put projects together, because we just don't throw things together. Like, all right, these 4 songs, that's a vibe.
Right.
Let that stay by itself.
Right. It might be an EP. It might be, or just singles that we drop. No, I get
and it's
that.
fun. And we got to keep it fun. First and foremost, make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then
I agree.
It's not worth it.
I agree.
Have fun.
I agree, because if you're not having fun, you'll leave things half-assed.
Exactly.
You'll jump off before you should have.
Exactly.
So that's so true. Now, speaking of that and the importance of, identifying work that should be bodied together to make a project, right? To get that all together, taking a step back from that, there's got to be somebody responsible and wanting to put that all together, meaning like a label, a manager. Somebody's got to be there, like, managing all this stuff. So let's talk about that and what you've been able to create with that.
It's like, you put on like 10 hats. You become the manager, you become the promoter, you become the guy who gets the videos done, you become the guy who gets to the shows, you got to become the guy who calls to make sure the shows happen, make sure people get there on time. Punctuality is very key. I tell people all the time, if you ain't punctual about this business, you're not going to be taken seriously.
Correct.
So it's the networking, it's making the connections, being punctual, it's these intangibles that you must possess to actually make it and make it make sense and be successful. So, I mean, I kind of just stay within that. And it allows me to keep this hat on and keep managing and keep directing and keep creating and keep. So, like, honestly, that comes with it. I mean, you can't get into this or start an entertainment company or start any brand if you're not willing to wear 10 hats.
Right.
Starting off, unless you got that backing, which we're working on that. That's coming soon.
There you go.
Shout out to Point Blank Media, Point Blank Media, BX Media. Yo, next year is gonna be a different look. It's gonna be different.
There it is. So with that said, what is the entity that's governing all that for you? What hat do you put on for that? It's Get Money Fellas Entertainment. Like, what's going on?
Get Money Fellas Entertainment has been the source of putting out any Nzoe related music, and it comes together with a touch of Genius Productions.
Gotcha.
So I have my in-house production. That's Rebel Genius.
Okay.
And he does most of the production for G.M.F. and most of the production for Nzoe related projects.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's right out of the Hudson Valley. So if y'all don't know about him, y'all gonna know about him now. Get in touch right now. The biggest producer y'all ain't never heard of. Some of y'all have already, and he just gets busy. And if y'all hear the catalog alone, nothing sounds the same. Everything has its own unique feel to it.
Yeah. That's dope.
And I mean, honestly, you have to wear these hats. It's a business. It's a business, man.
Absolutely. And like we were talking about it before, you can come into the game just wanting to be the artist, but you have to understand that you're going to have to put these pieces in place for yourself. Then other people are going to have to handle that stuff for you. That might come, some money might be involved there. You know what I'm saying? That's what
they don't want to talk about that.
They don't want to talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about investing in yourself and actually, putting yourself out there. What does that take, Nzoe, from your point of view?
It takes you believing, honestly. And any artist out there, I'm gonna tell them right now, from day one, you gotta put some effort and money behind yourself. Before you're looking for somebody to invest in you, you gotta invest in you.
Boom.
And if you don't put the effort, like making those contacts and networking with the right people, and if it costs a couple dollars, guess what? That's a couple dollars. People spend a couple dollars on a lot of things that they shouldn't. So you need to think that mindset when you're trying to promote yourself, when you're trying to be out here. So I think that's what I would tell anybody who's trying to be an artist, who's trying to start a business, who's trying to further their brand.
Sure.
You got to put money into yourself, and don't be afraid. If you're afraid, then maybe you're not confident, because nobody else is going to do it. They got to see that you do it first.
Right. I think it's even smart to do, like, be real with yourself and figure out what it is and come up with a budget, knowing that you're going to have to put money into yourself. If that budget is you're saving and you're putting $50 a week away, then that's what it is. And you got to know in your head that I'm gonna have this budget to work with. 'Cause I'm gonna spend money on myself. You know what I mean? If you're more well off and you got a little something, put some money aside and say, yo, this is for my artistry. I'm gonna use this to help me move forward. I think people look at this thing so wrong, man. Like when they're trying to set themselves up for success, and they feel like maybe sometimes they just got to do the grind. They just need and grind to them might just be, I just got to keep writing these raps and I'm always coming up with songs. Like, that's great. But that's only like 10% of what you got to do if you're trying to make a living off
branding.
of this.
You got to brand yourself.
Branding,
branding and marketing yourself and promoting yourself correctly to the right people, where it can reach the masses and it can reach the potential people that actually care about your music, and they'll buy it, and then you'll see the streams increase. Keep dropping, fellas. Don't stop.
No, that's it.
Invest your money.
That's very true. You have an interesting perspective and drive when it comes to this whole thing. I've been noticing over this conversation. What are your inspirations for this? Well, how does it come about that you say, yo, not only I be the artist, but I see the big picture, and something inspired you? Talk about that.
The inspiration came from a lack there of leadership in my community that was positively shifting the culture for the people that are like me, that look like me, that can't really get that handout that they need to get the step up. So me saying to myself, like, yo, I want to make all my friends bosses. I want all of us to be bosses. I don't want nobody to feel like they're a worker. So guess what? We all should build up our own individual companies. So if we're going to do G.M.F., which Get Money Fellas, to me, my mantra and the way it stands for me, whether you're, I don't know, a garbage man or you're a guy at a hotel being the doorman.
Sure.
If you're a Get Money Fella, you're doing whatever you do and you're providing for your family. You're putting food on the table. You're making sure that the people in your life that you care about don't go without. So my wanting to always be independent, wanting to make sure that this is the pathway that I can take that can enable others to follow and make the same sort of commitments to the lifestyle, to the actual vision, to themselves, to actually pursue it and go that far, to take a step further. I care about my outcome. I care about what this becomes. I care about Get Money Fellas. I care about Nzoe. Because at the end of the day, this is going to mean a lot more to me than like, Instagram, you know, or the antics. Because the work is there. All the videos it's not going to stop. So the inspiration for it all came from the lack of seeing anybody around here or in my life or in the immediate that can do it that way. And you see the Jay-Z's and you see the big names, people that are always championing the independent route more than sign a label. Honestly, we could have signed some things, but we didn't sign some things. I don't talk about it because it wasn't worth me mentioning. Because my independent success means a lot more than me taking a bag and getting rich real quick. And then selling off 20% of what I think has the potential of being a lot more.
Right,
once the evaluation and the work for putting up the work in the evaluation means more. And then I could sell it for more if I wanted to. But at that point, let me take my little travel road, the road less traveled first, and see how that works out before I give it all up.
I respect it, man. I really do. I do respect that, and I think more people should try to tune in and tap into that side of them, and gain some inspiration off of you if they need to, But get it done. It takes a lot to do. Like for all the aspiring artists out there, it takes so much to do what you want to do. To the point that there are entities around you that have opened up doors just off the strength of, damn, it's hard to do it. Let me help them do it. Your Finally TVs, your In the Field radios, your Rec Boys, your Two Humbles, all these podcasts and shows that try to just spotlight you guys. You have to see that this is just done for the love, because the road is so hard to get this done that, and we all recognize that. So to put a little light on you, that's one way to help you. But that's only a piece of the puzzle. Like everything he's talking about, is what it is, So I don't know. Salute to everybody trying to do their thing, including us platforms out here.
Salute everybody, man. Salute to Aaron and them. They up there in the field radio. Two Humble Productions. We was up there. They know us up there. G.M.F. We get spins up there. And salute everybody. King James. All the people who mess with G.M.F. Maserati Styles. Maserati. You know what I'm saying? We definitely are in tune with everybody who's messing with Nzoe. And everybody who's messing with Nzoe know that I got heat rocks. And everybody know that the story of Nzoe is going to be a project that y'all going to probably be like, damn, it should be on a major label. But this is going to be independent, all owned 100% by me and my team.
Dope. Nzoe, let me ask you, who would you say are your biggest supporters right now?
A lot of those avenues I mentioned, and I would say people that are not even in this country, honestly.
Right.
We got Cape Town, Africa. Shout out to Africa. Oh, I got my man out in UK, London, rapper Lugs. We got a record coming out that's dropping in a couple days.
Oh, that's dope.
That's going to be a different spin on life.
International now.
It's a different international Nzoe. Call me, holla at me. The phone number going to be different. Going to be the big joint.
The extra plus.
Oh, man. They're going to be looking at me different. So, I got that. We working out with that. Me and him going to do a EP, too.
Okay.
And, man, like, it's just different moves you have to make to position yourself to be more successful within this game. Because the game is changing faster than most of y'all can see. And if you following my blueprint and you seeing how I'm doing it, you should know that that's what it's going to take, and it's going to take more than that to even make it. And I'm above average, so I'm above average, so
there you go.
Okay.
Enzo, tell them another time, look into that camera, where they can follow you and find your music.
I can find all my music streaming on every platform. That's Nzoe, Nzoe. You can find me on Instagram. That's Nzoe_Hoggafinni, Hoggafinni. And you can find me on every platform. Definitely follow the YouTube page and subscribe. That's Get Money Fellas Entertainment. That's YouTube. You're going to see me on everything soon. So get in tune with me now. Shout out everybody. Shout out my man Point Blank, BX. Shout out Rebel Genius. Shout out G Money DMV. He got a project that just dropped. I'm on there. Song Legit, number 6. Spin that, keep spinning that, run that up. He got 25,000 streams in 1 month. We moving. Intermission out, The Commission out, streaming on all platforms. All Guts, No Glory out, streaming on all platforms. My Brother Keeper out, streaming on all platforms. We about to drop something. Stay tuned.
There it is.
Stay tuned.
It is. A lot of work out there, and more to come. So to talk about to talk about you a little bit more, is there like a what's like a pet peeve for Enzo? You got a pet peeve?
Liars. People that are inconsistent.
There you go.
People that say they're going to do something that they ain't going to do. Like, anybody knows me when it comes to the videos and it comes to the studios and that. You say you're going to be there. If you ain't there and you hear the song come out, don't call me. Y'all always do that. A lot of y'all be doing that. Stop doing that.
Wow.
Make sure y'all there. Don't miss the video. Y'all know me. I change the song real fast. Y'all know Enzo always got a second song in mind when I go to the video. Like, y'all better make sure.
Right.
I mean, it's just business, honestly. You got to be on top of your business.
Yeah.
My pet peeve is people who are not punctual, people who are not who they say they are. So that's big on. That's big.
That's 2 major ones, though, right there.
Yeah.
You know, punctuality. I mean, it speaks to so much of your character, to your intentions. You know what I mean?
Man.
So much so.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like, just so you know, Enzo was here early today. You know what I mean? Like,
be on time, guys.
That's the way to be, though. You know, to be on time, honestly, it's 5 minutes early. If you're supposed to be somewhere at 11, you show up at 11, you're late. Yeah. Straight up.
That's what they say.
It's true, though.
You want your job to pay you on time, right? If it's your business, why are you not making sure you're not on time?
Big facts.
Especially if you set it up and you created it and you was the one that was supposed to be there.
Boom.
Whether it's morning, night.
Yep.
I tell my team, you're not gonna always have nighttime interviews.
Right.
You're gonna have interviews in the morning. You're gonna have interviews at different times. You got to make sure you're there and you're there on time.
Sure. Talk about it. Talk about being on time for interviews again. No, I'm like, hey, stop it. Do that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you subscribe here. Make sure you subscribe over there. I'll have all the links down below. You already know what it is. It's Voice of the Valley. It's Enzo. It's Gabriel. Shout out to Angie and Hazel. We out. Peace.